Hi. I'd like you to close your eyes and I'd like you to travel out towards the very end of your life, very near the end of your life. And I want you to imagine that you never made the changes that you're looking to make in this program. You never took action, you never implemented these things, and the things never changed. In fact, with the years going by, they actually got a little bit worse. They got a little bit bigger. And from this point near the end of your life, just notice all the things that happened to you because of this. Look at the impact this has had on your relationships with others, on your level of happiness and self-esteem and self-worth, and your health. And just recognize how you feel now about this situation. Okay, now just travel back towards today. Now this time, I want you to imagine that you make all of the changes that you're looking to make. You fully implement these strategies. You achieve your goal, and more importantly, you maintain it. And now, once again, travel out through your life towards near the very end of your life. And notice how it is now. Notice all the opportunities that opened themselves up to you because of the way that you are now. Notice the impact it's had on your relationships with other people, the important people around you. Notice the difference it's made in your health, your feelings of self-esteem and self-worth. And as you look back over your life, just allow all the moments where you're most proud of yourself to jump up out at you. And notice how good it feels now. And then travel back towards today. Now I'm guessing that you chose the second life. And that's what you're aiming for. That's what you want. Now I really want you to be fully committed to this program. And one of the ways that you can do that, and one of the things that I've recognized certainly when I'm working with people, is that they sometimes can start, and I recognize this in myself as well. Sometimes with the best intentions in the world, we can start off really well with a new idea, a new goal. It's all very exciting to start with. But then somewhere along the road, we just stop doing it, or something distracts us, and things don't change. But the difference that I can recognize, that I've seen in other people, I've seen it in myself, is a difference of when we have a real strong goal. So we have a real focus on what it is that we want. By having a compelling goal, our unconscious mind will work for us all the time, moving us faster towards what it is that we want. Our unconscious mind is kind of like, set itself like a filter. A filter is created so that you can start to notice all the things that will support you in achieving this goal. So let me ask you now, and I want you to say this out loud. What do you want? Excellent. Now I don't know exactly what you said, but one thing I'm going to double check with, because sometimes when I ask people this question, they'll say something like, whatever their problem is, they might say, oh, I don't want to be fat anymore. I don't want to not have any confidence anymore. I don't want to be shy anymore. I don't want to beat myself up anymore. I want to not get into bad relationships anymore. So that's what they say that they want. The problem with that is that we tend to get more of what we focus on. Let me say that again. We get more of what we focus on. So if we say what we want, but we say it in the negative, all we actually do is generate more of that. And it doesn't feel very good either, does it? Because working with a lady just last week, and it was in the context of weight loss, and I said to her, what do you want? I just don't want to do these diets anymore. I just don't want to look like this anymore. And she looked awful when she said it as well. So how do we expect to be excited and maintain momentum about something when we feel like that about it? So one of the things I want you to focus on when you think about what it is that you want is to state it in the positive. So do that for me now. Say it out loud. Say what you want in the positive. Excellent. Feels good, doesn't it? And another quick tip here is to make sure it's specific. So again, keeping in the example of weight loss, rather than saying, I want to be thinner. Well, that thinner could just be 1 pound, and if somebody's outcome is to lose, say, 3 pounds, that's not going to be sufficient. So also make sure your goals are nice and specific. So perhaps I want to lose 3 stone by Christmas. Would be a much better way of stating that. In fact, even better be, I want to lose 3 stone by Christmas and be full of energy and vitality. That'd be a brilliant goal. The next tip I have for you is I'd like you to take the time to actually write your goal down. There's been a great deal of research done that suggests that the simple act of committing your goal to writing dramatically increases the chances of it happening for you. So don't just think it. Ink it. A little saying there, don't just think it, ink it. Plus it's really nice years from now when you stumble across that piece of paper again and you look at it and you read it, you think, goodness, all those years ago I made that goal and here I am now living this life. Okay. I'd also like you to make sure that your goal is focused around you. And when I say that, I want you to make sure it's self-initiated and self-maintained. This goal isn't to be impacted on by other people, it's your goal. Okay. Now another important thing to have a think about, and when you look at people who consistently achieve great results, people who set goals and consistently achieve them, they'll very often find that they have what we call the end in mind. Okay? So they actually have a strong picture in their minds of what their goal is going to be like in the future for them. So I want to do that for you now, okay? I'd like for you to imagine making all the changes that you're looking to make and becoming the person with these new behaviours that you desire. And I want you to imagine a time in the future where all the work that you're putting in and all these changes that you're implementing has come true. Just imagine that time for me now. I want you to see it as a picture. This is the point at which you'll know that your goal has come true. Excellent. And I want you to take that picture now, and I want you to use your intuition to make changes to it so that it's even more attractive to you, it's even more compelling. Change the colours. Maybe you want to turn up the colours so they're even warmer and brighter. What about the size of the picture? You can make it even bigger so that it surrounds you. Just make sure the colours and the size of your picture are just right for you. And what about sounds? Are there the sound of other people's voices? And if so, what are they saying? What are you saying to yourself? Do you need to turn these sounds up to make them even more compelling? Or turn them down? Play around to make this just right for you. Excellent. And now what about the feelings? The feelings that come into your body now as you focus on this picture and you experience the sounds. Notice where the feelings come inside your body. Locate them now. And once again, use your intuition to make them even more compelling for you. So you can make them bigger and stronger and move them all around you. Excellent. Just really see the picture, hear the sounds, and feel those feelings vibrating through your body so they give you energy. Now what I want you to do is to take this picture. Imagine you've got it in your hand. And I want you to now breathe energy and life into this picture so that it actually comes alive. So what we're going to do, we take 3 big deep breaths together, and as we exhale, focus on your picture and notice how it's coming alive before you. Focus on the picture coming alive. Very good. Last time now, even more. Excellent. And what I want you to do now, holding on to that picture, I want you to float up above today. Imagine floating up, out of today and forward in time through your life. And float all the way forward in time until the point in your future where this dream is true and it's the reality. Float to there for me now. And as you arrive at that place in your future, just notice that there's a perfect space in your life for that picture. It's the right size, it's the right fit. It's almost as if everything was always supposed to be this way. And just gently imagine lowering your picture now down into your future. And as it does, notice how it locks in place. In your mind, you can click File Save because you've saved this into your future. And as you start to travel back towards today very slowly, just noticing now all of the events between now and then that present themselves to you to support you on this journey. All of these opportunities that were just presented to you, it's almost as if your future realigns itself now, really supporting this, helping you. And notice how you take these opportunities, how you behave and how you act. Notice all the things that you do which help create this future. And just continue to travel back towards today, towards now. Noticing everything that you need to notice about your future. Very good. And just float back into the room and come back to now. Excellent. How's that? Good. Okay, one final thing I want to say. What's the very first step that you need to take in order to make that future a reality? You see, I did some coaching once for this many years ago now. It was for a lady in France, actually, and I went out and I spent a few days with her and we were working together and we came up with some amazing, compelling goals. I was really excited about the work we were doing together. She was very excited about it. I left her home. I gave her a ring a week later. I said, how's it going? Very excited for her. How's it all going? How's the new routine? How's the new life? And she said to me, oh, I wasn't sure I was supposed to start yet. And it was such an important lesson for me as a coach and also as an individual setting goals, that it doesn't really matter what we create, we just need to get it started. And the best way to do that is the first small step. You know, my dad always said the famous saying to me, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So what's the very first thing that you are going to do in the next 24 hours that are going to start this chain of events? Write that down for me now as well. What's the first step within the next 24 hours? Okay, good. You now know what your first step is, and it might be something small. That's absolutely fine. But it's the first step that's really important. And I want you just to now imagine that it's sometime in the next 24 hours and you've done this very first step. Imagine being there now. Close your eyes. Imagine being there now. And notice now how good it feels to know that you've taken action and you've started on this compelling future. Just allow the good feeling to come into you as you get more self-assured because you've taken the first step. And it's interesting how the very next step easily and naturally comes to you now that you've started. Okay, good, and come back to now. By having compelling, powerful images and goals in our mind, it helps our unconscious mind give us the momentum and the energy and the motivation to keep going with what we want. I'm excited that you're learning these tools and I'm excited that you're using them. Okay, so until next time, enjoy.